We're live. Hopefully you can hear me over the jet stream that is my computer. Let's see. Let's double check on our Git repo, or the PR for Savvy. Super hopeful. Nope, still failed. Dang it. But why? Resolution timed out. What in the world? Maybe there's a way to configure it so we only use newer versions of OPAM. I feel like I don't know what these extras are. I don't want to go too deep in the weeds on this though, because I do really want to spend some time actually learning something this morning. Or at least I want to understand how something works. I think it's going to be something I'm going to start trying to do on every stream. Just pick something that I can root around in and understand conceptually how something works. So we'll get there. Alright, so OPAM 232222120. So it's failing on OPAM 20. Let's see if other people fail on this. Set my OCaml version just to be 5 and just be like, if you're not using 5, you just can't use Savvy. Sorry. Welcome to the new world order. Oh, I need to check on my gain. Here's my monitor mix here. Let's up this gain a little bit. Hopefully that is hearable. I guess if I'm really quiet, let me know. There we go. All right. Limiter, compressor. Yeah, okay, we'll just stick with what we've got. The little lights on my microphone are not getting very high. We'll see. We will see. All right, back to this. OPAM version 2.0 is listed at the top. That seems really specific, and I'm wondering if that's my problem here. Let me look and see. Let's check out some other pull requests. Ooh, here's something we can try to sort through here as we try to figure out how things are working. So OCaml has just one package repository, Sort of, kind of. It has one main package repository. Sort of the beautiful part about Dune is that you can just git clone into your project anywhere, and Dune will just use it as long as it's structured correctly. So that's super handy. But OPAM is the repository for being able to do like just installs without having to go track down a fancy Git repo and figure out, is this like a virus, or is this, gonna get me in trouble with the law? So OPAM is sort of the quick and easy way to be able to do an install for things. And the way that things get into OPAM is a little bit interesting. If you work in JavaScript or in PHP, you're probably familiar with someplace like JSR, NPM, Packagist, Composer in PHP. There's all these little ways to actually go and get packages and get them installed. But all you have to do is go to the command line and type in that you want to install it, and installs it. And then if you want to add a package to those repos, you literally just go to those places. Like in NPM, you go to npm.com. I think it's npm.com. Let's double check. NPM. Might be npmjs.com. Hello? NPMLE? NPM. Yeah, npmjs.com. So if I wanted to create a package in NPM, I would literally just go log into NPM and then create a new package, tell it where my repo is, where the code is, and then bada bing, bada boom, I'd be on NPM, and any person could get my stuff, could get my code. And this is super powerful, makes it really fast to iterate and to get things out to the public. It also makes it really easy to get dangerous and damaging things out to the public, which we saw like a year and a half ago, where someone created an NPM package that requires all other NPM packages. You can kind of imagine the sort of problems that would cause. So yeah, super easy with NPM. OCaml, on the other hand, does not have that. OCaml, we have to go to the OPAM repository. And in the OPAM repository, we then have to open a PR, and then that PR is going to be reviewed by one of the contributors or one of the maintainers for OPAM. And then it looks like that happens semi-regularly. They're doing a good job getting to it as often as they can. And it looks like, from what I'm gathering so far, so Dinosaur is one of the maintainers, I believe. He comes in and adds this consider for merge label whenever a package is ready, or according by his standards. And then my assumption is that someone else comes in and actually merges them. If we look at is merged, let's just go to closed. Yeah, by Dinosaur. It's fun when it was not by Dinosaur, because that's a little bit more interesting. This one, so Dinosaur adds the ready for merge, and then later on down the road, AVSM, a different maintainer, comes in, merges it. So this is good. This is a really good system. I like the system that they've got. I still wish that there was a way to not have to do all of this like manual stuff, but I think as a starting ground, this makes sense to me. So now we have to figure out how to get savvy through this process. So this is a really interesting package. Anyway, so he has OPAM version 2.0 up here. His checks are also failing though. Our IP2 locations checks are also failing. And it's failing for the exact same tests as mine. Is there any that's not failing right now? This guy's not failing. Leonidas, I think he's actually one of the maintainers here too. Files changed. This is his OPAM file. Oh, he's got OPAM version 2.0 as well, and his are passing. Ugh. Okay. Not what I was hoping to see. I was hoping to see he would have like OPAM 2.2 or something. Are there any other ones that are passing? What's this? OCaml variants, Mirage, mark as not maintained. It's got some questions on it. This one's a maintained false. I'm just gonna imagine these are probably also using OPAM too. Yeah, okay. These are old ones that they want to take down as unmaintained. Let's look at merged ones. This one, by Dinosaur, OPAM 2, OPAM 2, OPAM 2. Okay. Plumbing. OPAM 2. It feels like everything is in fact OPAM 2. Which is disheartening. Why do my builds not pass? Looks like a lot of these that merged though did not pass that one. Or didn't pass at all? I'm confused. Wait a second. Oh, this one merged and it still failed those. So maybe they don't actually care about those two errors. So maybe there's something else that needs to happen. Let's see. Let's come back to Savvy. Don't have a lot of like super interesting stuff going on our README, but I mean, that shows how to use the app. Or sorry, it shows how to use the library, so that seems like that should be fine. Okay. These two checks both show as green. Okay. Can I just add the label myself? No, I cannot. That would be too easy. Alright, well. I guess we wait. Maybe I leave a comment on here that just says, I'm not sure what the next steps are. I suppose I could do that. Let's think about that some more. I really want to dig into how SAML works. So this is like, really, is this it? This is an insanely small RFC for what I'm led to believe is an incredibly complicated assertion format. Alright, we may come back to this. I do really want to look at SAML. I think that there's some interesting things to be done there for OCaml specifically. I also want to look at the RFC for OIDC. There was Is this connected to IDC somehow? connect RFC. Okay, OpenID maintains their own. Man, that is bright. Maintains their own thing. All right. Let's do smoke camel. Oh, I never updated my tags. There we go. Update that. Cool, cool. I need to move my monitors a little. So I'm not reaching so far over for this mic. Hopefully that's better. Let's see. Where are we? We're in Savvy. Okay. Where did I leave off last? I left it clean. Well, that's nice. Face is very close to the camera now. Ooh, when I look blue, that's cute. I gotta figure out how to get my iPhone to work as my webcam. Let's come here. Let's open a new tab. Let's go to our development, our sort of test ground. Remember, these strings all fake. This is a fake auth server. Don't panic. These are not secrets being leaked. Alright, so this is my refresh token that I've been trying to get to work. So here's my issue. Well, it's not going to be visible right now because I don't have it started, but let's actually start that. CD development OCaml. Let's do a Dune build. Dune exec. Can I do a watch here? Yeah, okay. Sweet. Alright, we'll do a watch here. Ugh. Sorry, not night mode. Wait, actually, why am I not in night mode? I thought I was. I am in dark mode. Why is this light? Ah, Chrome. Sorry, flashbang. Alright, so we've got this. If we authenticate, then we're going to get this little dialogue guy. I'm just going to send me an email. This is just a dummy auth server that I've created in my Beyond Identity tenant. I work for Beyond Identity, so I have access to my own test tenants and stuff. So I'm going to continue on, and there we go. Sweet, sweet. We've got ourselves a new refresh token, which we'll use. So we'll come back over here. Let's actually, we gotta go to wait, where am I? Oh, this is the wrong tab. Here. Let me grab this. We just swap in our new refresh token. And this should have restarted. Yep, good, restarted. Did a refresh. So now we're gonna come back here. We're gonna go there. Oh wait, no, we're gonna go to refresh. Alright, boom, problem, refreshing your token. Now it says that it's an invalid token. But that doesn't make sense to me because that's definitely a valid token. Sorted runner, huh? As if your name couldn't be any more obvious. Yeah, okay, whatever. How do I get this to close now? Alright. Let's see, where were we? We're getting back to it. Sorry, distracted by my daily reminder that bots still want to take people and help them find their way to bad things. Alright, so our refresh token is being told that our refresh token is bad. Let's double check a couple of things. So this is our refresh config down here. Let's check our client ID, JP7T. It comes from this endpoint, so we've got JP7T secret -9FA -9FA. Do I need to use? No, I don't need to use Pixie with that. I don't think. I guess let me turn off Pixie and see if that makes any difference. Do it over here. This one I do off screen. Let's see. Let's turn off Pixie. We'll see if that has any sort of effect on this. JP7T, right? Yeah. Let's change Pixie to disabled. Enable refresh tokens. Okay, we don't have rotation on for our refresh tokens. Wait, absolute duration set to 0. Maybe my refresh tokens are actually invalid. That doesn't make sense. Let's just make it a day. 86,400. Maybe I've just had this misconfigured the whole time. That would be hilarious. Alright. Got this. Let's come back to login. Let's get a new refresh token. Not login. What am I doing? Just slash. Authenticate. Some email. Something went wrong. What? Oh, I've sent Pixie with it. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Take me back. Take me home, country road. We have to change this back. We are not sending Pixie. No Pixie. And then none. Oops. Why are you like this? Okay. Reauthenticate. I should probably stop using my. That doesn't matter. Try again. Here we go. This is the one. There we go. And we're in. Okay. New refresh token. A and 1. Boop. let's see. Got our client and ID and secret are good. Refresh token should be good now. Scope is set to none. I guess I probably should just ask for the same scopes that I ask for up here. But I remember the code. I need to start I need to start logging out which scopes we actually got. We'll get there though. For now, we'll just try this. It's going to attempt to do the refresh token flow. If it retrieves a token, it's going to say refresh token successful. And it's going to print out the new access token, the refresh token if there is one, and then give me it back to login page. Otherwise, it's going to tell me that there was a problem, which is historically what I've gotten every single time now. So let's come back over to this tab. And hit the flow. There was a problem. Invalid client error description mismatch between token auth endpoint method and provided authorization. Oh, hello. That is a new error. Mismatch between token endpoint auth method and provided authorization. That's weird. I thought mine was configured to accept both. Let's go back to basic. Back to the basics. And we'll use... Oh, there is no pixie on this. I didn't even notice that. Oh wait, no, I just did. Never mind, I just did that one. Oh, this is basic. This is basic. Oh, I just didn't have them set to the same token auth endpoint method. Well, that's silly. So if I hit this now. Oh, it worked. Yes. All right. We got it. We got our refresh token. Yes. Let's see. Let's see what we got. All right, I think that pretty well seals it then. This error handling is atrocious though. Like, it doesn't make any sense that it's so bad. Don't love it. This Lwt.catch going on here. I'm also like sort of like concerned that maybe I shouldn't be using Lwt at all. Like, just jump to OCaml 5. Only allow OCaml 5. Only allow EIO. EIO. Alright. Refresh token flow works. So, now what? Now we need to look at the GitHub flow probably next. Either GitHub or Twitch. I don't. Seems like GitHub's probably more useful for the majority of people building projects though. Let's see. Right, so this was all just in configuration. I didn't even change anything in Savvy, right? Because this is our, where are we right now? Yeah, we're in our OCaml OAuth 2 client library. So let's pop up to Savvy, do a hello caps lock. Ooh. What changes did we make? Utils. Hello, hello. Not that one. That one. Oh, I just created a form printable. Okay, I don't actually care about that one. And then we go to OAuth. What did we change in here? This was just our the print line, I think. Just watching for, yeah, just some logging that I put in. Okay. Did it build correctly? It did build correctly. All right. So that's good. That is good. Come back. Still works. All right. So that validates that the refresh token flow works in Savvy. So we're there. Now we've got to figure out error handling. This error handling is just kind of like meh. Don't love it. all set the same way. Replace with the desired scopes. I should note that it needs to be the same desired scopes. Replace with the same or more restrictive scopes. Replace with the same or more restrictive scopes, or a more restrictive set of scopes that the access token has already. Right, because that's what we learned last time on the last stream, is that refresh tokens, according to the RFC, can have any scope that the access token has. No scopes outside of that. It can have less scopes though, because you can use a refresh token to make additional tokens. Refresh token doesn't just invalidate the access token and move on. The refresh token can also be used to create, so like a refresh token does not necessarily invalidate. Actually, I don't think it ever invalidates the access token. The purpose of the refresh token is that when your app receives an invalid token response, you are supposed to take the refresh token that you've got, which is supposed to be like a long-lived token, and use that token, which has no privileges other than to grant access codes. You send that in, and you get a new access token. But you can also use the refresh token when the access token is still valid to create like child tokens. You can create tokens with smaller amounts of scopes, and that is going to let you be able to do like special things, like if you want to delegate tasks to sub-processes, but you only want them to have access to certain parts of a resource server, then you would grant them smaller tokens that only have the ability to do the thing that they want. Or maybe if you were like delegating it to another app that you don't necessarily trust, you'd give it more restrictive scopes. So that's what refresh tokens are. So it looks like we've got them working. Now our task is going to be to clean up our error handling a little bit right now. As you can see, if we want to handle errors, we have to do this like sort of crazy, actually it's not in this one, it's in here. We have to do this sort of like crazy sort of, where was it? Wait, didn't I have it in here? Maybe I took it out. Oh, I did take it out. Okay. Wait, did I? Where's my Lwt catch? Oh no, I'm lost. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong place, that's why. Don't worry, in case you were concerned, I am not smart. Alright, so yeah, so right now to do it, we have to do like an Lwt catch. We have to pass like two things where it's like, this is essentially like a try catch if you're in JavaScript land, right? Or most other programming languages, I guess, kind of have try catch blocks. That's essentially what this is the Lwt equivalent of a try catch, essentially. It says try to do this. What's inside its first parameter or its first function. So you just pass it like an anonymous function, essentially. And if it doesn't work, then call this function. Easy peasy. There's a problem refreshing your token. So I don't love this. I don't love Lwt catch. I would really like to do all of the promise. Well, I can't do all the promise handling on the other side though, because the client is going to have access to it. I can't do it asynchronously. I don't want it to be a blocking operation necessarily. Let's see. How can we handle this though? Let's come back to Savvy. So here's sort of our refresh token flow. So the trick really is we're making an HTTP request. And so we can't guarantee that it's going to return immediately. I don't want to block on the IO. Like hold everything up like I want. I want things to wait. That's why I was using LWT in the first place, just because that's the style of OCaml programming I'm accustomed to. I got started only just a couple of years ago, or a year and a half ago. And then when all of the OCaml 5 stuff went down, I was otherwise disposed elsewhere and wasn't learning OCaml anymore at the time. But now we're back, and I'm led to believe that EIO is gonna save us all. So I'm wondering if I need to update all of this to use that. That seems like a huge overhaul right now. I think I probably don't want to do that just yet. So how am I going to handle these errors instead? Let's do some reading. OCaml, LWT, error handling. How just, yeah, that's my question. Both OK and error cases, so I can't just map them. I like OK and error. I like OK. How do I get OK and error? What type is that? Can I do that? Am I just a fool? And I just didn't even think of that. Times conditions. Yeah, I don't care. Match error with OK. Match error with OK. Okay. Short circuiting failure can be extracted away with the monad result. Hello. So we let match X with OK, error. Use pattern LWT code. One ends up wanting to compose the result monad with the LWT monad, giving monad type of A underscore. Hello provides this in LWT result. Aside from use of LWT result monad, your code has another pattern related to logging the error value, returning the error context. So he turned this into this. Interesting. Okay, well, I think this, for starters, we gotta figure out how to stop doing this LWT fail with. How do I get an error case from an LWT? Okay, well, how do I return okay or error? These are the dumb questions that I have to ask. And I just ignore the AI at the top because it's always wrong. Just always. If you are watching Google, your AI is trash. You just gotta take that away. Just turn it off. Error aware return types. Okay. Include that error in your return type. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Return values for call handle the error explicitly. Cool. Encoding errors with results. Options aren't always a sufficiently expressed way to report errors. Okay, I know that because I tried to go down the options path last stream and it ended up not being particularly good. Encoding error is none. There's nowhere to say anything about the nature of the error. True. Essentially, an option augments it with the ability to store other information in the error. Some and none for options. The constructors OK and error are available at the top level. As such, we can write OK. Without first opening the result. Don't even have to open it. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. So then can I just come here and just... Okay, let's reformat this whole thing. Here we go. Alright, okay, token. Well, if I want to do that, maybe I just do this. Stop it, you. Return. Where are my fingers? Okay. Now it's gonna be mad at me for returning something it's not expecting. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna work through this. Don't let all of the highlighting freak you out. It's freaking me out, but we're gonna survive. Then I want to do. I don't think I want to do fail with. I think I want to do return, and I want to do error like that, right? Error. Okay. So this gives us an okay or an error. Error. I like that. I like that. And I don't want to fail with. I want to return error. Unbound value return. Okay. That's a fair point. Fair point. So we've got that. Now let's change our signature up here, because we've told it exactly what to expect. So this should be a result. Right, that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a result. How do I type that? Just result. Hello. Applied to one. This type constructor expects 2 arguments, but is here applied to 1 argument. How do I use this result type? Maybe I just come back over here and go further down. How do I type this? Oh, right there. In string result list. Oh, do I just need this? Do I need it up here? Whoa, hello. Token response expects 0 arguments, but it's received. Right, no. Oh, this shouldn't be this hard. It's just so early. I need. So token response has all this. Token response can also be an error. How do I use, let's just ask, okay, well, how do I return a result type? How do I know it's right? Stack Overflow. This is not what I want. Best way to handle a result. Love it. It's a special syntax from it. It's let with a symbol after it. You can do blah. You can use result type binary for continuing combination results. Well, shucks. Oh, we have another tool we can use. I don't love cursor. I don't love it. Don't steal my password. I don't love cursor, but it is times like these where cursor has been invaluable to help me answer some things. So let's go to, we're already here. Okay, we got errors here. Yep. Okay. I have token method returns values. Let's see. I am swapping to use result types instead of fail with, because that's way cleaner when someone is using it. I need to change the method signature in this file to match that expectation. Tell me what to change. See what we get, see what we get. You're gonna help me, okay. See, why are you going all, I really want, okay. That is what I needed to know. You can stop now. I don't actually care about any of the things you're gonna tell me. This is the key right here. This is what I was looking for. I didn't understand that I need this tuple before the result type. That makes sense. Actually, that's what the error was telling me too. I just wasn't really actually listening to it. So that's my own fault. So we'll go ahead and accept both of those, because I actually do believe those are both accurate changes that it made, and then we'll just shrink him back down. All right. So that has cleared up our errors. Look at that. Sweet. That is probably the best part about OCaml. No, not the best part about it. There's a lot of really good parts about OCaml. But that is one truly helpful part about OCaml, is because the types are so well structured that you can ask AI to help you figure out type problems. And for the most part, AI is pretty good at it. I don't love using AI for most things, but this has proven to be a very helpful use case. So this is good. This looks way better. This looks way better. All right, so I think if we build right now, it's gonna fail, which that's fine. Yeah, cool. So it's mad about the fact that I'm using a result type. So let's change it here. We still need this one to be updated. Result. Okay, that's good. And then we come back to main, and then we come down to the bottom, and look, here's our result type, and oh, everything is ready. It's ready. So now we've got this. Excuse me. And now we're doing this, but now we're gonna look at this token result. Let's change it to be called token result, and let's match on that, because that's fun. Actually, we can still do this token info. We'll just do it a match in here. I don't have to do match. There's like that arrow syntax that I can do here. I saw it in that one forum post. Ooh. I need to actually learn how the arrow syntax in OCaml works. Like, I know it's important and that it's like good and stuff, but I don't use it very often. All right, let's do that now though. Let's bite the bullet. That's a weird saying as I'm saying it in my head. OCaml. Arrow, no, it's not called arrow syntax. Oh, I need to find that. Let me duplicate this. Now let's go back. It was in this tab where we found it. Right? Yep, right there. Come back. Hello. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's just take a look at what this guy's doing, right? So short circuiting failure. So he's got service. He's going to match with A. He's going to check for an error. And if there's an error, he's going to do stuff. If there's okay, he's going to do more stuff. And then he's going to match on that stuff. And so we've got three nested results here, it looks like. 1, 2, 3. So he's taken this and said let A. So we've got this star here. So let star is is this. This is the definition for let star, right? So it takes x and f, and it'll match x with error. Or okay, it does the first one, error it does the second one. So in this one, let A is going to attempt this. And then, or no, it's going to run this, which is going to get its result type, and then it's going to say do either X or Y, or X or F. So it's either X, which is this one, or it's going to continue on, I guess. I don't know, we're figuring this out as we go. And then it'll do more stuff. So could we do I feel like I need a begin and end. I put in so many begin and ends in my code just to like figure things out where things are. Wait, this is the right window, right? Yes, okay. We're in Savvy still. Don't want to accidentally just start writing all this code inside the test app instead of inside Savvy and have it just be wasted. Or at least not wasted, but like then have to like run around and try and get it all moved back over. So let's see, we've got our token info, we've got our token result. This is a result type now. So we want to do, let's just try let star. Let's call this, we'll call it A. You know, we're gonna call it A. Let star equals, actually I don't have the PPX in here, do I? Yeah, I have to have this. Wait, do I not have this? Yeah. Oh, it still isn't, it's still not liking it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Do I just do token result? And then arrow it into or log error. What does logging error look like here? You know what? No, let's just match. This isn't the right time to learn this. Expressions. Doesn't have it in here. What? There we go. Because I'll explain what the arrow operator does. This code was taken from the reference. Cool. Is equivalent. So module dot blah is equivalent to module open module in down. So this is pairs.map empty. Pairs.map add, pairs.map add. Shorthand syntax, the operator is defined in module pervasives. Interesting, as this is x of f equals f of x. So it takes an x and f and it calls f and passes it x. In fact, it is defined as an external primitive, easier to compile, and is unimportant here. It's the reverse application function. Makes it easier to chain successive calls. Without it, you would need to write world add hello empty. Okay. Neat. All right. It's also called natural application, natural composition, aka mathematics from left to right, and usually Latin way. All right, so it's reversing things. So this is essentially taking the error up front and then letting the rest of stuff go on and become whatever's left. So we need a function then. We could just make a function called, our own function called, just for giggles and grins here, right? Let's have or log error. Log error A. this isn't the right time for this. I have work to do. Let's see. All right, so we've got our token result. This is a result type. Let's just move this down. Let's just start clean up here. Let's do a match on, match token result with, we've got okay, and that's gonna have a token. That's why we changed token to token result, because now it all makes sense. And that does something. Handle. And then we've got error. And that's going to have a message. We're going to handle that. Okay, yep. Alright, so here we are going to, let's do a begin and end. I know not everyone loves begin and end, but it just really helps my brain. So here in this situation, I want all this stuff, right? This is what I want to happen here. Yeah. Now I need to handle our error message. In our error message, I just want to do like a server.response string that says something like, hey crazy, you're looking especially broken today. You know? And then we'll just tell it some things about itself that it needs to know. Like, there was an error. Here's what it looks like. And then, yeah, that's that. Boop. There we go. Alright, we're going to figure out how to simplify that eventually, but not right this second. Right now I just want to test this out. So this gives us the ability, this is in main, so this is what it could look like. So this will give us the ability to just take in our token, match the token on whether it came back okay or an error, and then just handle it. Good. I love that. That makes way more sense. And now I can change all of the rest of these to do that exact same flow. But that will be not too bad. So let's change this up. I do really want to test it though. And this is not the right place to test it. So we need to come back here. Let's just grab all of this. And we're just going to replace our error function here. Oh wait. What is it that I need to do? Hold on. Not there. Everything after refresh token config. Let's just do that. Everything after refresh token config. Or after I call it. Oh, I call it down here. Right, it's this. It's this, we're taking it all. But I do actually still need this. Boop. Alright. This pattern should not be a constructor. Yeah, I know. Let's vendor savvy. Do a quick git pull. Hey, Roasted, what's up, man? Just working on savvy in here. Just, wait, already up to date. Holy cow. Oh, right, no. Yeah, gotta commit my work here. First, did we break it? Nope, didn't break it. Good day, good day. So we've got our changes. We are changing our error handling over to use result types because, yeah, result types. Love seeing some OCaml in the morning. Me too, man. This has been the best way to start the day. Just gotta stretch the brain out a little. All right, so just gonna push to main because it's just me out there. Update, refresh, result types. Pushing it. All right. Doop. And now we can do a pull over here if I spell it correctly. Get pull. Got all that. So now we can go up and we can do and build if I spell it correctly. Ooh. Oh, right. Already building. Watch flag. Love it. All right. So we refresh. Okay. Actually, do I need to? I don't actually need to do anything. My refresh token should still be good. Woo! It was successful. There we go. And again, for anyone just tuning in, this is a dummy auth server. All of these secrets are useless. Steal them if you want. It won't matter. So yeah, first one to steal that one. It's yours. It's all yours. Enjoy. Let's see. All right, back in Savvy. Let's take a look at what we've got to do now. So we've identified our new work. So we have to modify this stuff to do result types because we can't deal with the fail with. Lwt.failwith is terrible. Just trying to use it has been atrocious. So I've modified refresh token to now do Lwt return with result types. I think I want to move this to EIO at some points in the future. I don't know when that some points in the future is going to be. Right now, LWT is the only one that really makes sense to me coming from JavaScript. So I'm just going to stick with that. Oh man, the sun's starting to come in funny. Hold on. Okay, I can see again. All right, so now we're modifying get client credentials. So we're just going to come down here. We're going to look for any place where we do our stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, token. So let's return okay with our token. And then in error case, we're just going to return. Man, I'm really struggling to spell this morning. All right, return error description. I do feel like maybe I want to update this error to not be a string at some point. I think not being a string is probably going to be really beneficial. I think we probably want like a record type that has like the error code, since OAuth2 returns, it has like a really specific, it's like 5 or 7 error codes that it can return. So there's no reason to have this be like a free form string. I could do a result type, or I could do I could pass back a structure that has the error code and the error message from the auth server, which would be super nice for whoever's using Savvy, because that's what they're going to want to log out when they're, at 11 o'clock at night before the app needs to go live, trying to get their auth to work. So we'll do that next, though. We'll do that in a minute. I do really want to work on getting the GitHub named integration working, though, as well. I think that would be super helpful, just to have the GitHub auth flow kind of configured in this. I know that Yawar really wants passkeys as well, so we'll see what that looks like in here. I don't know if this is mostly this is a client side thing, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to do more investigation there to see if passkeys are going to be a good idea here. But anyway, so we've updated just a couple of spots. LWT returns instead of fail with, and then just pass the result type back of error. Okay. I wish I didn't have to. Do this second match in here. But I match on the token response. I expect there to be a good token response whenever I get the stuff back, and then when I try to unwrap it and YoJSON just like barfs on the completely wrong structure, then I catch it, and then attempt to unwrap it as an error. So for right now, that's fine. We'll live with that. Let's come back up here, get client credentials. We gotta make the same change we made up here. Wrap this in a tuple, give it a string, and make it a result type. That fixes it. it's all happy now. We also need to do this in the MLI file, which is the simple, actually we can just grab this here. Oh, could have grabbed that right there too. Actually, let's grab this. Let's go to Savvy's MLI file. The Savvy exposes these same things. The Savvy MLI, or the Savvy module, is essentially just a wrapper for all of the stuff in the OAuth 2 client right now. So there we go. So we've got that one down. Now we need to go back to OAuth and let's update. Nope. What I did. We need to go back to here. Done client credentials. Let's come back up here. Oh wait, did I leave a fail with? There is a fail with right here. So this should be Lwt.return error. Get that in there. Cool. Lwt. Let's just do them all now. We're here. Update all of the flows. Use result types like a real programmer. Like a real OCaml programmer. Return. Okay, if okay, then return okay token. Otherwise, Lwt return an error. Gotta stop using my mouse. It's slowing me down. Change all that. Let's just go up. We'll just do it all as we go. All right, I think that's all these. So we've got return. Okay. Okay. So then we grab this one, get rid of this fail with. Return error. Where'd you go? Wait, oh, this is get authorization URL. Oh, this one just has the one. Okay, so then let's do like that. Yep. I'm actually not sure if I want to return all this stuff anymore or not. I don't know if I need a return state and verifier at all, because Savvy handles the state and verifier through the storage mechanism, the storage module. I think I called it storage unit. I was just being clever, I guess. So I don't actually know that I need to return the state and the verifier, because the developer using Savvy is going to have to implement either their own storage module or they're going to use the in-memory one. And then if they use the in-memory one, like they can just retrieve it from the storage. So dropping it out right here seems maybe unnecessary, but we'll reevaluate. This. Actually, I guess I don't even need a result type for here. Oh no, I guess I still want the result type because I'm going to have an error there. So, okay. So this will become that, or string result. Okay. This will become, oops, that, or string result. Okay, cool. That expression is bad. Wrong. What's going on here? What is this? An expression expected to type hello. As type a string. Oh. It's because this isn't an LWT. This is not an LWT. This get authorization URL is synchronous. It all happens right up front. It doesn't make any HTTP requests. There's no reason to have an LWT involved in that. No promise necessary. I promise. So all those are updated. Sweet. Let's work backwards this time, I guess. Start here. This is going to be result. And then this will need to be wrapped in a result. And this one already is. Alright. MLI, come back to the bottom. Man, I wish I was as fast at doing this as like TJ or Dylan is. This is going to be a string results. Okay, those are good. Now we need to update the main file. Because now all this stuff is wonky. It doesn't know it yet. Because I haven't, what? Yeah, because I haven't rebuilt it yet, so it doesn't know it. Let's see, we need to change this to do those. So we're just going to do the exact same thing we did down here. We're doing an OK check on it. So right here. So we're going to rename this to token result. Because again, that's going to make our lives easier. So we're going to match token results with OK. OK token, which is just all of this stuff. And then error message, which is just going to be this essentially. Unbound record field. This pattern should not be a constructor. No, let's just save ourselves some headache. Wait, this should not be the expected type is. Oh, it's just, yeah. Keep your thoughts to yourself, compiler. Command have found Vim. Hello? Really? I swear I have that installed on here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for main. Okay. Okay, that's broken. This is not broken. This is sort of broken. Token info is still broken. Oh, right, because I'm just, yeah. This is my error catching. So in this case, I don't want this. In this case, I just want to say, you're cute, but you're crazy. We're in callback. Authorization failed. We'll just put a colon. Message. Okay, cool. So that's handled there. Then we'll come back up here. So this just gets the authorization URL. Oh, right. But we made this result type too, which yeah, that's fine. How do I? Oh, there's got to be a one-line way to unwrap a result type. Let's ask ChatGPT. Yes, I know that's... Okay, you did put it all on one line. That's fair. That's fair. I asked the dumb question, you gave the dumb answer. Or raise an exception. Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. All right. So we'll just do this. We'll say match. Oh, wait. Yeah. authorization URL, pass up my config, and then we've got okay. And okay is this. This is what's happening here. Because we're going to also receive our auth URL, our state value, and our code verifier. And then if there's an error, then we're going to get a message. In that case, I want to do something just subtly different. I want to say, hey, you have an error. It's not you, or it's not me, it's you. And we'll just say, you've got problems. This is the test app. This is not in Savvy. Nobody panic. Don't panic. I can tell people they've got problems in the test app. Let's see. Now we need to do the same thing up here. This. Oh yeah. So we change this to token result. And we do our match on. Man, I really kind of missed the tab complete with the whole cursor right now. Okay, token. It's gonna do all this stuff. And then error message. It's gonna do all this, just fancily. Your princess is in another castle. Message. Man, I gotta get the formatter set up and working correctly on my computer. This is atrocious. Alright, so there we go. Now we double check that things still build. They do not. Test savvy. Oh. Oh. Oh, forgot about the tests. Well. I guess we'll be updating all of these now. Kind of a bummer. Maybe I should steal ChatGPT's one-liner. Oh shucks. It's 8:30. I have to get off soon and go do real work and eat breakfast. Let's see. Do I want to use this? Match. No, whatever. Let's just come back. Come back to main, and we'll just steal this. Mm-hmm. Cool. Alright, so we bring this stuff back down. Grab this. And put it here. Make this a little wider so things look a little less insane. Good. Grab. How do I do a fail in a test? I guess I don't even know how to fail. If I get an error message, what do I do? What's the failure scenario? Fail. That should have worked. Unused variable message. Okay. Well, everybody should feel included. There you go, message. Sweet. Alright. The working version just go boop. And we're working. Alright, so let's drop these in here, and then we'll just go back and delete the extraneous stuff. Alright, cool. Sweet. And the tests run. Nice. Alright, tests run. Move entire library over to result types. Resultal types. Nailed it. Alright. Actual work accomplished on Savvy today. That's good. We're going to finish this project. Unlike normal streamers, we're going to get done. We're going to get there. Alright. We'll have to update the test project later. I don't have time. I actually need to get off, go eat breakfast, and then get ready to work at my real job at Beyond Identity, which does not use OCaml. So if anyone from the company is watching, we should use OCaml. Alright. Gonna have to sign off for the day. Let's raid somebody, because raiding is fun, and I love that. You two roasted. Have fun out there. Let's see. Who should we... Is anybody on right now? Is Dylan on? Dylan's usually on in the morning. Dylan is on. Go raid Dylan. How do I do this? Raid Dylan Mulroy. All right. We'll see you.